the women have done nothing in the game.
Especially Derek F.
Yeah, Derek F.
And what's Derek F done?
Derek F thinks he's like the mastermind of the game, like seriously
So
thinks he is. I know.
He needs to evoke to...
Yeah, fix his own arse out of there. And Kyland and Xavier both been being misogynistic about the women, and we know Derek F is misogynistic anyway, and they're just so dismissive about all the women in there. And
I want Hannah to win now, I think. What a turnaround!
Oh my god!
What a turnaround!
That is a hot
I didn't
take.
even see that coming. I'm
Wow,
shocked
you
that
look
I just
shocked
said that.
at your own statement. What about Arza?
Oh, I do like Arza, but can you imagine her winning?
She's going to turn on the women, I think.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, because she fancies
She's
Xavier.
like, I wanted it to be
and plus she's
a
always
women's alliance.
And she's always been in with Big D in that back room anyway, hasn't she?
Oh.
Am I getting attacked by the moth creature?
No, Mothra. She's been nestled in that Big D's bosom all this time.
Oh God, imagine that. Better than his butt crack, I suppose. So yeah,
okay.
just all of Twitter was basically just moaning about the men of the cookout, and then I realised
the men of the cookout.
The cookout is
2022 calendar.
Imagine. And then
I'd buy that.
Then I realised I really thought that at the end Tiffany was going to like get a lot further, and with her,
but it is
going first.
Yeah.
Potentially. Obviously, we haven't seen it yet.
The thing is, if you don't take Tiffany out, it is stupid to not take her out.
I
Of
know.
course, she'd written her
her
own eviction.
But Gaz, why is Kyland putting her up? Kyland has had this thing against Xavier from... Xavier being so likeable.
Final two with Xavier now.
Yeah, but when they said that, the gentleman thing or whatever, we're the gentleman, blah, 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 I thought, that's a joke. That's like a fake alliance. That's not
that what they
a
call
real thing.
themselves?
Yeah, the gentleman. It came up on the screen. You probably weren't paying attention.
The gents room.
And then I said to Laurie, is that like a real thing? And she went, yeah, they actually do want to go to the end together and may the best man win and all this bullshit, like fucking Derek and Cody. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, they're going to arm wrestle for it instead of having a jury vote.
Kyla's an idiot. Taking Xavier to the end, why would you? Take Big D, take Arza, don't take
Of course take
Xavier.
Arza or Big D, who's done nothing.
Yeah, don't take Xavier anywhere near that. If Kylan actually thinks he's going to win at the end against Xavier, he must be mad. Although I would prefer he did, because, as I said, he's done more, even though he is potentially going to commit a hate crime at some point against women.
Who?
Just to clarify, Kylan. Kylan is like
I think that's a bit
stalker
extreme.
vibes. No, it ain't. I do not like that guy anymore. At all. And I think him putting up Tiffany after he did have his hand down her pants, that's just...
He didn't have his hand down her pants.
That's just... Ugh. I just think... Ugh. Honestly, it makes me sick. Laurie was getting very aerated in her voicemails to me, but I can't play them on the pod. Slagging all the cookout men off.
Well, don't let Laurie rile you up. You've got enough on your plate as it is.
No, I liked it.
All
I
the
wanted
cookout.
to be
Slagging all the cookout off.
No, just the men.
Oh.
Those fucking men. Typical men ruining it for everyone. Anyway, we should talk through our notes, but I just really, really wanted Tiffany to win so much. It's really important,
Oh, well, don't worry. Tiffany may still be able to talk Kyland around.
On the one hand, I don't know...
How much did they pay Tiffany to say that in the diary room? She can't even believe that herself at this point.
Oh, yeah.
I won't do it again.
Yeah.
Does she mean, I'm not going to, run
was
away with a win again?
Oh, when she was kissing his ass kind of thing. But then it did remind me, when Tiffany was on that merry-go-round thing and she won, and then she was going to kind of tough shit. Tiffany did sort of
fuck herself
dig
over.
her own grave a bit.
Yeah, she should have called it a little bit and made Kyland feel that he was more valid to her. Yeah. And then she wouldn't be in this position. She has fucked herself, to be honest.
You are kind of right. But I don't want to think about that. So the Noms episode, you haven't got any notes
I
for
got
this?
no notes.
Okay, perfect. So we had the bit that we were denied of the last episode when your fucking stream cut out, but I watched it when I got home, which was the cookout all
welcome to the
cuddling
cookout
and celebrating. That was sweet. Did that bring a tear to your eye?
Well, I was shopping at Onion at the time, so yes.
I was literally sat there crying.
Were you?
Yeah, and Jack went, are you all right? And I said, you don't understand. I said, you don't understand what it means to have sat through this. And Jack said, that's because I only come to Big Brother when it's a good season. And I said, you've had the exact opposite experience to Gaz watching Big Brother, and you've watched all the good seasons and he's watched all the bad seasons.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but somehow he's still watching it. It's a miracle.
Me?
Yeah.
I was ready to sign out on the launch of this one. It was a crap launch.
I know. Well, there we go. Jack said, I only come to the Big Brother lunch when there's caviar. Kylan had the because Hannah put him up in the double eviction. There wasn't much double eviction sort of flashback, was there? Normally it's like, oh, this happened and this happened, because nothing really happened, did it?
No, none of that drama from the storeroom like in BB Can.
Nah, so it was just like, and then Tiffany was going on about Hannah putting Kylan up, and he was going, well, why do I have to be put up? We don't have to have a secret conversation with Alyssa here, because Alyssa's going to go in a second.
He's like, why are we like putting up a pretense for her? Like, she's gone. Like, it's obvious. It's too late. Fair point, I thought.
But I thought, well, fine, but don't they want to reveal the cookout at the end? Not just reveal it to Alyssa and it just sort of dribbles out. Don't we want a big like, aha, Scooby-Doo style? You know, this is what happened in the end.
Yeah, but I think Kylan was like, regardless, it's revealed because she's the one leaving. You've got to put the numbers together.
Oh, Alyssa still didn't fucking get it, did she?
Well, she's not the brightest, bless her, is she?
No. So then, I've put, this has taken the shine off the happiness, even though it is iconic, and we will have the first African-American winner, except for BB Celeb. Shout out Tamar. The closest before that was Marcellus in BB3, and he came 4th, I think. It might have even been 5th. That's really bad.
Cannot verify. But,
you should have used the veto, Marcella.
Do you think that is it fair to kind of overlook BB Celeb and Tamar? Because like I feel like
they were still playing the BB game, weren't they?
Yeah.
There was still competition.
Within the cookout, it's kind of like we're going to be one of the first. We are the first. That's what I'm saying. But it's like, well, there is Tamar. Yeah. That is a valid
and also the final
version.
The final 2, wasn't it? Ricky and Tamar. I'm pretty sure it was.
That guy with the beard.
Mm.
How the hell did he get there?
Wasn't
he like kind of old and a bit like overweight?
He was a bit chubby, yeah.
Maybe it was.
It was. I'm pretty sure it was those 2 in the final 2. So we have had an all-black final 2 before, unless I've completely got that wrong, which is possible.
I can't remember, but...
But probably the reason why Tamar got to the end of that season was there was a lot of black people in that season. There was that other black... Candy, that was it. And there was Omarosa. You know, and there was
a different season.
Oh, was she different season? Yeah. Metal World Peace, was that different season?
Different season too.
Those celebs
celebs
are all blending together.
Those 2 celebs.
And they are kind of
maybe that's why it's not as
similar.
Valid.
Yeah, I suppose. There's some good TV there though.
I thought that was great TV.
Good TV. You like good TV? So, Kylan is a nut. I've written next. Kylan more upset about his feelings about Kylan more upset about he feels than Alyssa. Don't know what that means.
Yeah. Right. More upset about his own emotions than Alyssa leaving.
Going.
I don't know.
Tiffany was chatting to X, trying to keep him sweet. Oh yeah, she was like in that upstairs bit, weren't she? Going, we've got to go after Kylan, we've got to do this, got to do that.
I think that's to do a Tiffany impression then.
I can't do a Tiffany impression. And then in the diary, she's like, I'm keeping him sweet, but I'm going to come after him.
The Tiffany impression is, Big D don't need nobody. It's not very good.
And I've put Kai and Xavier don't like each other, so this is good. But they must have started liking each other since the podcast where I'm up to. Because they hated each other in the podcast I was listening to, which is why I was so shocked to see how things unfolded this week. Shocked and appalled. And rather shaken. Tiffany said to Xavier, I hope you don't think I'm the first person who needs to leave.
Yeah, and he was like, oh.
In the diary room, he said, she's trying to butter my biscuit.
Oh, yeah, I like the sound of that.
And
that's like a scone in America, isn't it? Biscuit. It's not a biscuit like we know it.
Do you say scone or scone?
Scone.
I don't really say... No, which I say.
I don't think they're relevant in your life.
No, I don't really fuck with that shit.
They are beige, though.
Yeah, Jack's mum sent us some for Easter, and I was like, oh, I can't eat it. Send me an Easter egg next time. Then Hannah was in the room on her own, and what did she say? She said...
Tell me, I don't know.
Kai.
I was too busy crying through the onions.
Why, oh why, did I do this to thy?
Oh, yeah, she did say that. Do you remember that now?
That's quite nice. And then Kyla came in to talk to her and she said, sorry about what happened. It was a very rushed half an hour. Had to rush you onto the block there. Sorry about that. And Kyla went, and now there's a HOH, like threatening her basically. It's like, oh, fuck you, Kylan. Big D wants Tiffany and Hannah up. Of course he does. They're women.
Wait, who? I'm confused at this point.
What's wrong?
Where are we? Is Kylan the HOH yet?
On your couch. No, not yet.
What are we talking about? The double eviction?
We're talking about the nominations episode.
Did he put
it could be the flashback
Hannah in the double eviction?
Hannah put him up in the double eviction.
Oh, he said it was a rushed half an hour.
She said it was a rushed half an hour, trying to get out of it. Yeah, like putting him out. And then he was like, well, and now there's a HRH, like, if I win, you're in trouble.
Come in for your ass.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And interestingly, he did win it and did come for us, so...
It's a rushed half an hour.
Yeah, I like that, yeah. So, just more like a 15 minutes, if anything. Xavier and Kylan were saying they'll take each other to the final 2. They want to beat the best, the gentleman, please. Tiffany has to win this. Cookout versus ourselves. Big D, it's been a good fight. Oh no, he likes a good fight at the cookout. A food fight, I think.
Oh.
He said it's not... When you come to the cookout, sometimes you've got to have a food fight.
Okay. I don't think Big D would do that.
No, me either. Too busy. Never mind. So... Then the
sleeping on the hammock.
The HH competition began, and what HH competition was it?
Oh, it was that old classic. The golf one with the leg. I don't know, I can't remember. What was it?
It was the eggs and the fucking chicken wire.
It was the eggs. We saw that recently on
Big Brother Australia.
Was it an egg in it though?
No, it was just a little ball. Danny Hayes
was the chicken wire.
Yeah, it was sweating, wasn't he? They had to get it over the top in that one, didn't they?
Yeah, right over that. Yeah. That archway.
But
doing a dove from above.
Dove from above. But this one had another tricky element.
Big Brother's granny and the alien now as a chicken.
0 stars.
You might think that Gaz would do a silly impression of this, but he wouldn't dream of it.
That was good. I like that. Yeah, the cluckster he was.
I'm the cluckster, and now you're all in my barns. I don't know what he said. Everyone was just there. Like, they kept focusing on their faces, looking all awkward.
Yeah, I was thinking, is he actually there, or have they just like CGI'd him in afterwards?
He was there
because he was on the same level as them. Zingbot was up on the Dr. Will psychedelic salamander balcony.
Oh, was he in quarantine?
So I was confused about that. Maybe Cluckster's got good COVID test.
Yeah. I mean, worst he can have is bird flu.
Nice.
That's long since flown the coop. There's a new virus in town here.
Excellent. So,
but there was a new element to the egg,
the little
pass.
Target practice thing. Yeah,
ramp thing.
That was hard, don't you know?
And a series of levers. I just need to knock down this lever. Hard to roll an egg though, isn't it?
I've written levers with 2 V's. Levers, we say. Levers does sound better though, doesn't it?
No, I haven't seen anyone roll an egg like that since the county fair of 1992, have you?
But remember, Rowan did a good tweet. What about the shaking it strategy to make them not go as...
Who did that?
Who came up with that? I can't remember, but someone shook it to make it more...
Even out.
Yeah, aerodynamic.
Yeah, mix that yolk up.
Yeah.
Someone did... Was that
Someone
Big
did
Brother
that.
UK?
Can't have been. Why would they have been doing that on Big Brother UK?
I don't know. The door's opening. Yes?
Hello? I thought there was a ghost then.
Yeah, me too. We did have the egg competition in BB UK, but I don't know...
Did we?
Yeah, but I think it was like the first series on Channel 5. I don't know. I don't think anyone was shaking the eggs to roll them in that though.
No, it must have been a BBUS thing.
Maybe.
Bye.
He's just come in and make it quick, creeping in.
On his tiptoes. So then we had Big D porno music, I've put here. Oh yeah, and
he did get a bit of
he was going
chicka wow wow.
Oh,
I don't know
you have
why.
to check the eggs' wardrobe and bring them back if they're going off on a... Are you allowed to pick them up and bring them back? I thought that was a cheat, personally.
Pick them up and I mean, he was in a cage. I don't think you can.
I don't know. He was like picking them up and bringing them back to the start if they were going off piste.
He was in a cage. How could he do that?
With his hand.
Oh. Off the launch bay.
Yeah.
I see.
I've put here, Tiffany looks happy in the diary room. I think she's won. Wow.
Do you know what? While we're on the subject of eggs, do you remember my thing about the eggs?
Oh, God, tasting funny. Was that when you had
I thought
COVID?
you were going to go, not this again. Yeah, I'm back on the eggs, everyone. You'll be pleased to know that's the end of that storyline.
What a relief.
We started months ago.
The end of that. When did you go back on them?
Oh, a long time ago, actually.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
no, I'm fully back on the eggs. Nothing smells or tastes weird anymore. So there is light at the end of the COVID tunnel.
Did you? Was that COVID related, do you think?
Of course, I lost my smell and taste.
I see.
And when it came back, the eggs tasted gross. That's why I threw my pan in the bin.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I blamed everything but